Hey guys, how's it going? I am Joy, and welcome to episode 3 of Kill or Love. I have a little bit of alone time, not a whole lot, so I'm also going to try to be a little bit more quiet here because there's a phone call going on out in the other room, so I don't want to be too loud, and hopefully it doesn't get picked up as well. But I really wanted to get back into this game. It's been a while, so let's head back on in and see where this story takes us from here. I forget what happened when we last left off, but I know that there was a lot of conversations with Grace. I believe we're on chapter 3 now, so here we go. August 10th. I could write about all the talks that we had, about the first night we spent together, about looking for an apartment and then finding it, about moving in, about pretty much anything that only involved the two of us, but I think it's time to move on. This isn't a feel-good journal, after all. Oh, it's sadness. It was a Thursday, coming up to a year since Grace and I started dating. I was at the cash register, and Grace wasn't in the store. An old lady was counting her change, slowly and with trembling hands, when Anna walked in. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anna didn't buy anything. She went for the register, towards me, empty-handed. The sight of her approaching made my heart start beating like mad, made my head hurt. I knew the moment I saw her that she meant trouble. Jack? My God, is that you, Jack? She had the nerve to pretend she'd stumbled upon me by accident, like she hadn't tracked me down. Oh, my God, that music. Oh. But I didn't have it together. I couldn't see through her acting. I was confused. Panicking. I'm not sure why. Excuse me, miss. Is it you? Please don't cut in line, miss. It's not fair to the other customers. The old lady was still tackling her massive coins, and she didn't seem to notice much around her. Don't play silly with me, Jack. It's you, isn't it? Yes, my name is Jack, but you've got me confused with someone else. There's a lot of Jacks out there. Oh, come on. You're you, all right. I put a hand on the counter to steady myself. She reached out as if to place her hands on mine. I jerked my hand back like she was going to bite me. It's me. It's Anna. Don't you remember your old friend? No, we've never met. I guess it has been a while. 15 years? Not me. Must be someone else. Anna stared right at me. Through me. I thought I'd either boil or freeze. Sure, it's you. Let's go somewhere and talk about old times. I know a great restaurant just 2 streets over. Look, lady. Even if I was this friend of yours, I have a job to do. So let me get on with it. You're bothering the customers. The customers weren't bothered one bit. If they hated anyone, it was probably me. After all, I was being so rude to this pretty, charming girl who only wanted to talk to her old friend. That's a good point, Jack. What are you doing in this place? It's a pile of trash. Someone like you doesn't belong here. I was through trying to reason with her. I crossed my arms and said nothing, hoping that she wouldn't notice that my heart was pounding way too fast. Anna gave me a good, hard look. So that's how it is. I'll see you later, Jack. And she went away. I let out a long breath that I hadn't noticed I was holding. I felt awful. Even worse, I felt Anna had been right. There had definitely been something familiar about her. But I didn't want to find out more. Next time she comes in, I'll treat her the same way, I told myself. Guessing correctly, there'd be a next time. Guessing wrongly, that it'd be at the store. I'll do it again and again until she gives up. I don't know what she wants, but I won't give an inch. The old lady cried out. She's finally found a quarter. Yay. August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's date like that and then go on to tell about something that happened months ago. I should write down when that stuff happened. Or I should write down when that stuff happened. But it was so long ago, I don't think I can remember the exact dates. Who cares? This is only for me anyway. It can be a jumbled mess if I want it to be. Sometimes I feel like I should write more about what's happening now. but nothing is happening. So, frick it. When I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna, and who called me Jack even though we didn't wear name tags, she took it like it was a good news. That's amazing, Jack. She must have recognized you from childhood. She said 15 years, didn't she? That's right from the time that you can't remember. I don't know. She might be some sort of scam artist. I'd just come up with the idea of Anna being a scam artist. It seemed like a good enough excuse to not go near her again. Yeah, right. Come on, Jack. At least give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't need her, Grace. I've got you. Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay? I wasn't being rude. You so were. Okay, so what if I was? It's not fair to her. She seems like a nice girl. And don't you think it'd be good for you too? To be friends with her? No, not really. She could tell you about your past. Then maybe some things would start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you. But nothing happened. Something must have happened, Jack. People don't... Grace fell silent. Instead of continuing, she started running her fork through the peas on her plate. We were having dinner. People don't what? Well, people don't do that at night unless something happened to them. I keep telling you it must have been some kind of weird form of insomnia. Nothing more. Sleeping pills don't work on it. Something will, eventually. But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think they should get out too. Then you won't be scared of whatever happened anymore. And how does that work exactly? You'll be able to face it properly. It's helped me a lot, you know, thinking about what happened to me, seeing it's not so bad as I thought it was. I stubbornly refused to answer and went on eating like there hadn't been a conversation at all. What Grace had referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently I shouted and kicked at night a lot. Sometimes I all out screamed. Maybe I still do that, who knows. Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out. No, I don't scream at night anymore. I'm fairly sure that I don't. Though that's not to say that I can sleep all that well. Funny how at one point something like that was the biggest problem in my life. It was so long ago. Or at least feels like so long ago. So much has happened since then. Anyway, the morning after I would wake up sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming that I found out why. Grace said it happened about once a week. It really freaked her out the first few times it happened, but then she kinda got used to it. Or as used as you can get. It makes me feel like a that, realizing how nonchalant I was about it. Screaming every few nights of my sleep was, I felt, a small price to pay, so I wouldn't have to be bothered with the past. But it didn't matter, in the end, if I decided to face the past or not. Either way, it was coming. The second time Anna and I met as adults, we were neighbors. Oh boy. I was coming back home from the morning shift at the store. I went into our building, up to the second floor, down the hall, to mine and Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. That someone was her. Anna? Jack? Oh goodness, what are you doing here? Don't tell me that you... She pointed at the door as if to ask if I lived there. Yes, that's my apartment. As you darn well know. The hallway air felt warm and stale, soup-like. What are you doing here? I was gonna say hello to my new neighbor. So, hello? Wait, what? And here. She pushed something into my hands. It was a plate wrapped in plastic wrap. There was something brown on the plate. Brownies. I'm sure you'll like them, Jack. But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out. Yes, we are. I'm right over there. Anna showed me to the door, to the right was mine. Ah. That place had been empty for weeks. I'm pretty sure the guy that lived there before was a heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now. What an amazing coincidence, though. To think that we'd end up living so close by again. It's not a coincidence, is it? Pardon? Come on, really? What are you trying to do? It's obvious you planned this. There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It was a sound like a fork scraping on a plate. Well, you can believe it's a coincidence, or you can believe that it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often. Enjoy the brownies. Thanks. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them. Grace? Who's Grace? My girlfriend. I pointed out our door with my thumb. We live together. My idea was that in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd gently tell her that I was taken. Grace. Yes. She must be a nice girl. The best I've ever known. She's lucky to have you. It's the other way around, to be honest. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'll say hi to Grace for you. I should go in and say hello myself. There's no need. And she's not here right now. But, bye. I pretended to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I slipped in and shut the door in Anna's face. In the apartment, I found I could breathe freely again. Son of a... Talk to this girl? Be friends with her? Not a chance. She creeped the heck out of me. Yeah, I got you. Ugh. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. The plain facts of it don't seem that bad after all. A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me at my workplace, talked with me a bit, and then happened to move in right next to me. But I knew right from the start that there was something off about her. That's not something to ignore. Paranoid? Yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. It's because I let my guard down that all of this stuff happened. Still no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I hope he's not busy. What if something happened to him? It's the paranoia talking again. No, that's not paranoia, that's plain stupid. Anna can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've gotta say, if this doctor did disappear, it wouldn't be that much of a loss to the hospital, I think. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to the side all the time to look at the sky. Well, at least the weather's bad now. I'm not looking there as much. It's weird how little neck pain is causing me trouble, with how broken and battered the rest of me is. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosage, and what'll I do then, with my brain turned to mush? Maybe then I'd be happy. In any case, I have things to do, and I need a clear mind to do them. I hope that what I'm writing makes sense. I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already, and all I'm doing is scrawling line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess, in a pretty unfunny way. Save. Boop. Start again. August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially. And then, of course, I had to explain where I'd gotten them. Huh, weird. I know, right? There's no way it was a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what, that she's stalking me? You know, it is weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known, by how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence, then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her, too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. Yeah, and then you'll eat most on your own. Hey. I don't see a point in going to visit her, though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway, we live so close by. We're neighbors. I want us to get started on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her. Why? Once again, I couldn't properly explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to go see her for myself to see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. You can't control her, Jack. If she wants to go say hi, she's going to. The next day in the afternoon, I was lying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since the morning. Grace told me that she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and the smell of freshly baked cookies left out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. Ah, shoot, I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would have expected. It was like with Grace seeing Anna all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never, ever let her out of my sight. But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the heck to do. All at once I was telling myself to go there, you coward, but also to stay here, you idiot, and somewhere far away a tiny little voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me that I was overreacting. Ooh. Then there came a sound of glass breaking. It had come from... where else? Anna's apartment. Go. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. Did you freaking just go check? I finally overcame my cowardice. Like, good. I dashed out from our apartment to hers. About freaking time, dude. What are you doing? When I got there, I saw the broken glass and blood and Grace kneeling down. And Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped and they noticed me there, out of breath and confused. Jack? Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No, what the heck is going on? This? Anna waved her hand at the door, the base of glass, white ceramic actually. There were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that. Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had the stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yes. What else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She's cut herself already. Look. She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But I... Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see from every angle, and found no cuts. It's not me. It's my blood. What? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood still trickling from between her knuckles. Oh no. Grace's hands hovered around Anna's. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? I'd try to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna. I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered that I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze. Useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than I'd ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there, in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. A real shame. I didn't even get to eat one. Well, actually... She picked up one with her free fingers on her left hand. Some of the blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Oh boy. It's not bad at all. They're still warm. Do you want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it... But I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but it was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She must be flustered, the poor girl. So much worry about a teeny little cut. It's not serious? It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. I can imagine. She laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. Still hard to believe, though I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of the thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin, but long and ragged. The skin around the wounds was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar. Stop that. You're really a... I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here. She'd brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. Anna flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. Okay, that's disgusting. How long was I recording the last time? Yeah, so I've gone for 20 minutes already. I really want to continue. So I'm gonna do a quick little save here. And let's, I guess, continue this thing. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once. But enough of that. After what happened where I left off yesterday, I was sure that Grace and I were on the same page. But no. In the end, I was the one who cleaned up that bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Nasty. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her. If that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. What? No. Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. But what a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace? Jack? You're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky to have you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that, okay? Oh. Grace blinked like she'd just woken up. Oh. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. Huh. I agree with that. That's kind of, that's me, isn't it? That's 100% me. I say sorry all the time. Even when I shouldn't. Alright, I think there is actually where I will go ahead and end it, because we have been going for a little bit, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to have to be alone, so I'd like to kind of get started on the next one, space these out a little bit. So, I thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the links in the description for, I believe, this playlist by now, as well as my link to Twitter and my Discord server to become a loved one, and I hope to catch you guys very, very soon. Let me know what you thought of this game in the comments below, and if you have any other suggestions or tips or what have you, any feedback would be good feedback. So I thank you again for joining me on this joyous journey, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day.